Grand Raw Rising, kings and queens. Grab your coffee or your tea and enjoy some sacred healing space for all ages and reflections that are welcomed. No matter if you're at work, watching the kiddos at home, or even driving on the road, Rising with Raw is a beautiful sacred space to learn about the chakras as well as receive our collective card reading for the day. Along with this, we will have beautiful guests and members of the tribe come on to share their gifts, their practices, knowledge, and wisdom as we self-empower and become aware of who we are as we go forth by day.
Walking like an Egyptian. Walking like an Egyptian. Walking like an Egyptian. Walking like an Egyptian.
A rebel who went searching for treasures in his soul, fishing for gold. I found a key to unlock the door to my mind's gate, hidden with some hieroglyphs. Told me about my future and my past, and that I should get. Till I work it and get up off my ass. I'm on the path to move the masses to spiritual tactics. So masters, you bastards, ready to do classes.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Grand day. It's Marcus Crystolite. Today on this Rising with Raw, we're exploring in our oracle reading from the Lemurian deck a little bit about awakened awareness, being able to see between the lines, as well as tap into the divine wisdom that's embedded behind the matrix of every experience. Can we turn it into alchemical gold? Tap in for your alchemical reminder. We then explore our chakra of the day for this Rising with Ra. And this is going to be the golden white Soul Star Chakra. After learning about the Soul Star Chakra, I then guide us through a very enlightening to the being Soul Star Chakra activation. And I utilize some crystal friends, my quartz pendulum and selenite. Tap in and rise together. Enjoy the episode. Feel free to leave your feedback or anything that you'd like to reflect upon or that you got downloaded during this video. If you are someone that would like to be a guest on Rising with Raw, you may direct message me, Marcus Crystolite, to set up an episode. I'll share. Welcome everybody, and grand rising or grand day if you're on the other side of the world during this time. Thank you all for tapping in and choosing to rise together today in this sacred space, this sacred community space, Rising with Ra. And I am your sacred host, the Pharaoh of the space, Marcus Crystallite. And today, as we kick off this fresh new week in the Gregorian calendar of time, we are going to be exploring our chakra of the day. And our chakra of the day will be a continuance on the 12 chakra system that we started last week. And we will be navigating into the Soul Star Chakra. A little bit later on, I will go over the details and characteristics of the Soul Star Chakra. Along with that, I'll give ways to identify blockages in that chakra, crystals that you can use that resonate for the chakra, as well as a few practices and strategies that you can utilize in your everyday well-being for maintaining and balancing your Soul Star Chakra. Along with this, I will also do our traditional collective card reading of the day, which is a single card. And today I will be using the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. And then as we wrap up on this episode towards the end, after I educate us on the Soul Star Chakra, I will then lead us through a meditative practice to help clear out and activate the Soul Star Chakra. So that is what this Rising with Ra is going to be looking like as we go through this space and time together. And I just want to say thank you all for being here. And I appreciate all the support that I've received throughout time. And thank you to all my subscribers out there on YouTube. And thank you to all the people on IG Live that are continuing to be consistent in these spaces, continuing to show up to support, continuing to support your own self by being open to receiving, as well as sharing in the comments or coming on the live. Thank you guys. Thank you all that have been a part of this process and that have gotten us to where we are now. Without anybody else, I would not be myself, and I would not be able to do these things that I'm doing here in this physical and metaphysical realms. And I just want to say, welcome in everybody that is here. Welcome Sarah, welcome my queen, and welcome KK. Yesterday we held the first ever official Sacred Light Meditation Zoom space, and there was around 6 or 7 of us, and it was very powerful. It was really beautiful and very fluid as well.
Let's go ahead and take a moment
and
to check
in that space,
with our
we all get the choice together to vote what the
starting
intention and focus is of
the
each
posture
Sacred
of
Light
the body.
meditation space. And we ended up choosing
We're sitting,
forgiveness and
checking in
unconditional
with the
love.
back and the spine,
So we ended up tapping
making
in
sure that we
and
have our back
going into
straight
our
as much as we
layers
can.
regarding where
You
we
can
could
use
use
a pillow
forgiveness as
to
well
add
as
to that.
unconditional love in our life. We journaled out personally in our own space. We journaled out anything that we could reflect upon regarding needing forgiveness, whether it's for ourselves or for others or for our experience. And along with that, anything regarding unconditional love. So if there is something that we're struggling with receiving love from others, or we feel like we have hate, divide, separation within us, or resentment towards somebody, and it's blocking up our unconditional love, these are things that we addressed, and I gave space for everybody to reflect upon personally, to journal them out and then to reflect out loud within the group space. And then after that, we then transitioned over into a beautiful guided meditation. And the meditation we did was Archangel Raphael. And we also connected with the emerald green ray of light. And then we cleansed out the chakras as well. And I also did a single oracle card for everybody in the space as well. So that is what the Sacred Light meditation spaces look like that are going to be held on Zoom for a foreseeable time from here on. And if you want to be a part of this space, it is completely free and it's donation based with a suggested donation of $22. And of course, you can donate more, you can donate less, or you can just be there and you can't afford to donate, then just be open to receive and share if you wish to share. But the next one coming up for everybody out there that would like to be a part of this space, Sacred Light Meditations, the next one coming up is going to be on November 4th, which is a Saturday, and it'll be from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. And once again, the next Sacred Light Meditation space will be November 4th on a Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern, and it's held via Zoom call. So you have to direct message me, Marcus Crystallite, for the link if you would like the Zoom link. And we'll have 4 different topics or intentional focuses to vote from as an equal community. Once it comes time for the space, we will vote in the space together. So that's coming up, and that was a recap of the wonderful space that I was able to hold yesterday and be a part of with Sacred Light Meditation. And then also coming up this Friday, for anybody in Ohio or anybody that would like to travel to Ohio, there is the Eagle and Condor Fest coming up, and that is on Mount Orb, Ohio. And I will be facilitating as well as vending oracle card readings and doing quick chakra balances through the breath and meditation. So that will be on the 28th, this Saturday coming up, Eagle and Condor Fest, completely sober event. It is spiritually minded, native ground rooted, and definitely a place to go if you're looking for those like minds and conscious community. And then my last announcement I have is my Crystal Healing 101 classes. First one will begin on the 5th of November at 1:11 p.m. Eastern, and this is via Zoom call as well. And these crystal healing classes, it's going to be a 5-part series, and they cost $33 for one class, $144 for all 5. And if you're not able to make the dates physically to be on the Zoom calls, you guys will still have the opportunity to be able to purchase the recording. So then you can have the recording in your own time and space to be able to use at any time. Pause, fast forward, rewind, take notes as you need to. So that is available to you as well. If you're someone that wants to be a part of these Crystal Healing 101 classes, but you're not able to physically make the Zoom dates, you're still able to purchase a recording. So there's no limitation here on your ability to be a part of this, whether you can be there for the Zoom calls or if you're just purchasing the recording yourself. Alrighty. So if you have any questions about any of these events, any of these sacred spaces that I'm holding, just reach out, direct message me, and I will guide you as needed. Sacred Light Healing and Wellness is a sacred safe space and container to help bridge and streamline the collective conscious. Along with this, providing spaces and holistic energy healing practices to help uncover our hearts and strengthen each other from within.
Beautiful, brother. Thank you.
So that we may tap in to the awareness of our sacred light within. If you are someone that is looking for sacred space, looking for conscious reflection, conscious guidance,
Surrendering and letting go.
as well as receiving energy in particular practices that are able to help with shedding layers, becoming clear, gaining wisdom from our past experiences, as well as strengthen our relationships and bringing balance and harmony into our everyday well-being. Here at Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, I, Marcus Crystal Light, offer my holistic quantum healing services of Reiki, personal customizable guided meditations, light language activations, crystal healing, soul origin and Akashic meditations, chakra empowerment, intuitive life guidance, and oracle card readings. These services are all available to you today through my holistic energy healing practices. You may contact me, Marcus Crystal Light, on Instagram, Sacred Light 33, Facebook, Crystal Light Robbins, email marcustut23@gmail.com. Contact me today to inquire about a service or to ask any questions on your healing journey. Wholeness, balance, love. Alrighty, so now our collective card reading of the day from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. Here we go. I love the sound of this one. Our card of the day here on this wonderful Monday to kick off Rising with Ra, we have Awakened Awareness. Sounds like some of us are starting to peek through our shadows, peek through the darkness of our life. Almost like that observer within us is starting to become unburied. And the observer is starting to be able to observe instead of being attached. Observe instead of being attached. It's a difference. It is a big difference being in the observer perception or being in the attached, body conscious perception. Awakened awareness. When I hear awakened with awareness, this reminds me of wholeness in our perspective. Being able to see the bigger picture. Being able to see where there is a streamline of causes and effects before this moment and the next moments. There is always a cause to the effect, and the effect to the cause. And everything is connected in a streamline. So the more we're able to peel back our layers, the more we're able to integrate our shadows, we start to see that this is one track of life. And it's not a lot of separate things going on. And it's not different time and different days are separate. This is all streamlining as one motion of consciousness through these physical shifts, these physical changes of time. The reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes we can get stuck into a victim mentality. We can get stuck and attached on the human side of things. We can feel like we have to hold on to a lot of things in our life to kind of help us feel all right, to help us feel stable, to feel valid, to feel worthy. But when we have this awakened awareness and we're able to step more into the observer and to let go of the attachments and detach and realize we're more than this human being, that we are beyond just the worldly affairs that are taking place. It doesn't mean to negate them and act like they're not taking place for us in our existence. It's being able to really step into the mindset of being an inner alchemist. If we truly know what alchemy is, or what the alchemist is, we can understand that the alchemist is able to transmute, is able to find gold within dust, within dirt, within the most dark and terrible things in life. The alchemist within is able to see that there is benefit from it, that there is lessons to integrate, that there is strength to build from, wisdom to become enlightened by, through all experiences, all contrasts of life. None of it separate, but it's all together. That alchemist mindset, we're dissecting our experiences. We're stepping into neutrality, and we're looking at as many perspectives as we can to get a more whole and full picture outside of just our own personal human scope, which is coming from a limited perspective in this human vessel. And along with that, we have a lot of distortions, a lot of biases, a lot of other things going on within our being that can contribute to our perspective during that moment, especially if we're triggered, especially if we're going through heavy emotions and densities and other things. This can really kind of put our mindset and our emotions in a blender. And what I want to say is, if we feel this, if we feel like we're in a blender, take time to honor yourself. When you feel like you're in a blender and you feel like, you're the one that has the answers for yourself, you're the one with the tools, I have found it best on my journey to go ahead and address it. Create space to honor myself at where I am, to give myself attention, to give myself love and nurturing, and to address the situation with my own self within. Clear out my energy field so I can be lighter. And if I need to approach somebody or I need to express something to somebody else, I can then come forward in a more clear and connective state of being, as well as more centered and grounded. Along with this, it also gives us space to be able to process, think about what we're going to say, how we're going to say it, and how to be healthy with our communication and prepare going in to whatever communication or situation we're going into that we need to express and be vulnerable. It's not always easy to be vulnerable, as we know there can be reactions, fears, distortions within our own mind, and pre-assumptions as well. So if you're going through these type of things, you feel swamped before there's something you need to express, I just suggest create a little bit of space for yourself to honor yourself and give yourself attention and love, and use your tools, practices, and then prepare yourself for what you need to engage in or what you need to communicate or connect on. Awakened awareness also comes with integration of your lessons, integration of knowledge, integration of what it is that you're trying to embody and become. So I'm going to go ahead and read out the book after delivering the intuitive side of the message. And in the book, it represents Beyond the Veil, clearing distortion and illusion, awareness of what's running us subconsciously, communing with our God force, energetic sovereignty, growth inside, your comfort zone, the collective awakening. So it says here that physical reality is the tip of the iceberg. The tapestry we see at the surface level is just a fraction of what's going on. Awakened awareness can take place when we start to look between the lines at reoccurring themes, aspects, and symbols that gain our intuitive intention. These are keys to a hidden, overarching plan and a greater weaving. This oracle speaks to the deeper nature behind all we know with our eyes and minds, also known as the matrix or the veil. Once discovered, it is so easy to get lost in it. We are conditioned to be disoriented in our physical reality, so that anything outside of it becomes unfathomable. Thus, we seek a framework that parallels the nature of the laws of this limiting place, and yet there is a lot more going on, and our awakening awareness would like us to stretch our consciousness to grasp it. This awareness activates our intuitive system, helps us navigate what is true, and supports us in becoming more sovereign and empowered. We can become more ensnared in the matrix when we are lost in what is running us internally. Running away and or distracting ourselves may offer short-term relief or band-aid our subtle, deep suffering. Society is coding with a layer of conformity. The idea of that's just the way things are done. Roadblocks questions when things be out of alignment. But as we step free and awaken, we gain a more holistic approach to consciousness, come to know ourselves more deeply. We can then take things into our hands and make changes in the world, thus regaining energy, choice, and abundance that is rightfully ours. As we wrangle into the revelations of freedom, we can't help but awaken those around us. Divinatory meaning. This card is a reminder to wake up. There are many levels and stages of awakening. There is no on and off switch. Keep learning and put yourself into situations where you can grow. Sometimes we do go back to sleep, so stay aligned with your inner guidance and find ways to remember to wake up. Do what you love to keep your vibe high. This is not about instant pleasure, but the joy that is sustainable and sustainable. Eat healthy, keep your body active, and have life goals, but with enough space to hear the answers to your prayers. When our energy systems become blocked and need a cleanse, we can become drowsy to our vital nature. Energy clearing can help you recenter. Shadow work may also be needed if certain things are running your mind in a disempowering and distorting way. Find your unique way to connect to the divine inside of you, not as an external seeking, but as a receptive allowing. Be inspired to see the question at hand with a different perspective. Look between the lines for a deeper interpretation. There we are. There's our collective card reading for today. After my intuitive message, which well aligned and amplified the Oracle book message for our card of the day, which is Awakened Awareness. Beautiful message.
Providing a gateway to stepping into one's own power of the mind. Affirmations have brought various observable transformations to the psyche and the whole being. This is an opportunity for you to rewire your brain, and we trust that with your commitment, miraculous things will unfold.
Are you ready to recalibrate your 7 chakras? Join us, Sacred Butterfly, for a 7 chakra affirmation audio set available to you today, beginning at $11 USD. Buy 5 for $55 and receive 2 free. Get your chakra affirmation audios today at schedulista.com/schedule/Kristen Hibbard.
It is safe to be emotionally available and invested in a relationship.
Attachments dissolve as my heart center expands with unconditional love. Very grateful. You know, this is like something that I keep in my mind is basically this card, is knowing that no matter what I'm going through, I'm going to be able to gain from it. I'm going to be able to gain wisdom or enlightenment or just a deeper awareness about myself that is connected to all. And it's really a long way, the mindset that we carry. A really long way, the mindset we carry. And it's also the autopilot too. It's when we're not speaking to our mind, when we're not speaking to our emotions, when we're not speaking to our own being, we can tend to find that autopilot keeps running. And then the mind goes on autopilot, the emotions go on autopilot, and they start controlling you. Or feeling like they're controlling you. But like it's looking for you, you know, it's seeking your advice, it's seeking your higher guidance, because you are the higher guide. You are the higher self. that is here occupying your own mind, in your own body, in your own emotions, as a sovereign spiritual being. So the more you be present with yourself, and truly present with yourself, not exactly present with your external, your outside illusional world, present with yourself, your internal being. The more present you are with your own mind, and your own emotions, your own physical body, and you're in collaboration with them, you're communicating, you're smiling to them, you're giving them love, it's going to create a more harmonious and more balanced system for you, because it's living. Your whole being is living, and there's a lot of organisms that are together to help it live, and it's listening to you. It wants your feedback. It wants your higher guidance. It wants your intelligence to be utilized so it can be navigated and guided to properly do what it is built to do for you in this journey. The human body is magnificent. It can literally heal itself and do so much more that I'm sure we haven't even discovered about it yet. And it just needs our guidance, it just needs our love. It needs our honor so it can carry out what it came here to carry out as our being. So, if you're having a lot of thoughts or a lot of things coming through your mind or your emotions, speak to them. Speak to them compassionately, or find ways to create humor with your mind and with your emotions. Move your body around if you feel stuck or dense in your body. Move your hips, dance, flow. These are all valuable things to help create a more harmonious, balanced relationship with your being. So just remember that, you can always speak to your mind, you can speak to your thoughts, you can speak to your emotions. Don't let them feel lonely just because you don't have a physical, external person next to you, or that, anything else regarding the external isn't there for you. Be there for yourself. Be there for your own emotions. Be there for your mind. Be there for your body. And you know what that looks like? Choosing to stop eating something that you feel is destroying your stomach. Choosing to stop drinking something that is giving you headaches or destroying your nervous system, like a ton of coffee or a ton of soda. These are ways of being more present with ourselves, honoring and respecting our being, and doing what it's trying to give us a signal for. And then the thoughts. You can guide your thoughts. You can direct your thoughts. If you're having a lot of thoughts, you can speak to your mind. You can tell it, I would like to let go of these thoughts. They don't serve me. I would like to start thinking about my breath. I would like to start thinking about how my body feels. And then start directing your mind to do these things, as it will do it. It will follow you in your command. Same with the emotions. The emotions are temporary. They're trying to communicate something, and sometimes the emotions are coming up from deep, buried places, and they just need to be released and freed. Doesn't exactly mean that that emotion is the ultimate truth, and you need to base your reality off of that emotion, as it will pass. But anyhow, that does it for our collective card reading today on this Monday. We have awakened awareness, just becoming more aware of the deeper details, the shadow, and the string line, the connection, the medicine behind the experiences that we've been having. Welcome in, everybody. Alright, so that does it for our collective card reading. And if you're just hopping in or you're not able to see it in full, you guys can watch it on the replay here on Sacred Light 33 or later on today on the YouTube channel on the full episode, Sacred Light, Healing, and Wellness. And again, thank you to all my subscribers. I have noticed that I've been getting a little bit more traction when it comes to my subscriptions in the last week. I want to say thank you again to all of you guys that are subscribing and continuing to support and show love for my YouTube channel, as there will be plenty more to come and a lot of beautiful things happening. All right. So now we'll go ahead and transition into our second half of this Rising with Ra. And we will go ahead and explore our chakra of the day. And our chakra of the day is going to be the Soul Star Chakra. And for everybody out there, the Soul Star Chakra, with the 12 chakra system, the 12 chakra system is the physical chakra system for the physical being, as well as the light body chakra system. So the Soul Star Chakra is located about 6 inches above the crown or above the top of the head. So if you kind of just take a moment and tune into yourself and kind of take a little bit of a breath or just tune in and then direct your conscious awareness to above the head, about 6 inches, you should be able to feel a energy. You should be able to feel some type of, like an energetic body or space up above the crown. So what you're tapping into is your energy field or energy body. We have a physical body, energy body, mental body, emotional body, so on and so forth. So when you're feeling this stuff, the chakras, you're tapping into your energy body. And that's why you can feel energy around you, in front of you, behind you, stuff like that. We just are not really taught and reminded that we can tap into our different bodies within our aura. And it's completely normal to like tap in and feel these things. It's part of our multidimensional self. But anyway, the Soul Star is located 6 inches above the head. The color that it resonates with is white and gold. And it's also known as the seat of the soul. Now, the traits and characteristics that this chakra or energy portal carries into our life is it is our direct access to the Akashic records. It is also our access to our karmic lives. So if we have any karmic energy that is tied to any previous incarnations or any experiences regarding, this life that has patterns from past lives trickled into it, this is the direct energy center to go into to help clear out your timelines. It's also the energy center for soul retrieval, as well as shamanic healing work. So when you see shamans beating on the drum, and they're getting into that trance state, and then they're going into the higher plane, and they're starting to mentally travel and do medicine work. This is what they're unconsciously connecting into, is the Soul Star Chakra. They might not be aware like that's what it is, but this is what we enter into and experience, is the energy of the Soul Star Chakra. And this is where we're able to go into the fourth dimension of time and space to be able to go through timelines in a non-linear fashion. It's like stepping into the quantum field. The Akashic Records is basically like the quantum field, if you want to say, in a way. So when you're stepping into this, you're able to access different timelines, different quantum moments of time and space, to be able to access and retrieve or receive or give out to the cloud for soul retrieval and rebalancing of your whole entire being and all of your energy. Along with this, it's also the direct energy center to connect with the other side. When I say the other side, I'm talking about family members that have passed away that are now angels and guardians. The other side as in like your support team, your angels, your guides. Now, these are a few ways of identifying if you have blockages in your Soul Star Chakra. This could look like fears and challenges from past lives coming up in our current life. So there's a lot of us out here that are not aware of our past lives or aware of the patterns or the traumas or other things that could have trickled into our current incarnation from our previous incarnations. And when you think of this, try to think of it as a non-linear standpoint. So say you incarnate, and then as you incarnate, you have experiences that traumatize you. And then it basically freezes up your energy in that time and space. And it creates an attachment, along with patterns and other things that start resulting into the present moment. So when your soul star is blocked up, these patterns and these challenges and fears and karmic energies start to manifest and pattern into manifestations in our current life. And we're unconscious and unaware of how these things start happening and where they came from. Now, there's many ways to go about clearing these karmic ties, whether it's through an Akashic meditation that I offer, or whether it's through another psychic medium reader that is able to navigate and help you. Or you can go within your own self, go into meditation, set intentions, and you can also do meditations. You can do breath work. And if you're a channeler, you can channel. But some other ways to identify if it's blocked at the Soul Star is if you're feeling too dreamy. So you're just really in fantasy land and you're not taking care of your physical life and you're really just negating your priorities and other things like that. And then lastly, having a lack of spiritual purpose. So if you feel like you have no spiritual purpose, you're not connected to spirit, you don't feel like you know what your purpose is here or what your mission is, then this could be a blocked Soul Star Chakra. So when you have this activated, you're receiving your blueprints, you're receiving your codes, you're receiving your guidance and your higher self connection to instantly and automatically know that you're in your purpose. You don't even have to question it. You don't even have to think about it. When you know, you know. And I'm sure all of you guys out there know. When you've been in your purpose and you really feel it authentically, you feel like this world doesn't even exist. It feels like nothing in this world even matters besides being present in your purpose. Crystals for the Soul Star Chakra. Now, the higher we go in these dimensions of the chakras, the less crystals are going to resonate for them, because crystals are more for like a kind of lower vibrational density and to help us through this physical realm and metaphysical realms. But for the Soul Star, we got kyanite, selenite, and then quartz crystal. And then lastly, some practices that you can use to help strengthen your Soul Star. You can practice mediumship or psychic practices. And then you can also do white light visual. So just visualizing white light through meditation or through breathing or through any other conscious way, connecting with white light to help cleanse and activate you is a great way to activate the Soul Star as well. Then of course there's frequencies that you can use, and the frequency for the Soul Star is 1074 hertz. And if you go on YouTube, you can type in Soul Star frequency, Soul Star meditations, and much, much more. And also, I offer Chakra Empowerment 101. So if you are curious about connecting your personal life to a individual chakra, and you would like to learn full in depth about that chakra, and then identify any blocks or overactivations in your personal life regarding that chakra, that is something we go over. And I give you tools and practices that you can use in your everyday life to maintain and balance that chakra. And I wrap it up with a guided meditation for that chakra. So that's my Chakra Empowerment 101 spaces, if you guys are ever curious about exploring deeper into the layers of your personal connection with the chakras. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in, Jarek. Good to see you, brother. The floating yogi. And welcome in Surya, welcome in Bernice. Thank you all for being here. Alright, so that does it for our Chakra of the Day education. And if you're just joining and you weren't able to tap in yet, I started with a collective oracle card reading for the day surrounding awakening awareness, as well as I just wrapped up our education of the Soul Star Chakra. And you guys can watch these, of course, on the replay or on my YouTube channel later today, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and navigate into the space for our practice of the day. And with our practice of the day, we're going to be connecting with the Soul Star Chakra. And we're also going to bring in and call in a guide today as well. We're going to connect with a beautiful spiritual guide to connect with our Soul Star Chakra and do a little bit of soul retrieval and sovereignty I am reclaiming in this space today. So we're going to do a little soul retrieval, reclaiming of our energy from timelines to empower our Soul Star today. Before we get into this empowering practice, let's go ahead and take a break for about a couple minutes. If you want to grab some water, use the restroom, grab some crystals, some sage, set up your altar, however you would like to create your Zen space at home for this Rising Raw practice. And then along with that, the Rising with Raw Zen spaces, I offer community share. If you're someone that likes to set up wonderful sacred spaces at home during these Rising with Raws and these practices, and you would like to share with the collective community the type of crystals, the altars, the spaces that you're creating during these lives and these practices, feel free to send images or videos of the space, and I will add them into this episode for the YouTube channel. So then the collective community can tap in and you can share a little bit of your light and how you like to set up your sacred Zen space. And along with that, it also inspires others and connects with others and gives them ideas as well. So to send those in if you would like. Images or videos of your Zen space at home, how you set it up during these practices, and I'll add them into the YouTube channel. Alright, so let's go ahead and take that break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and then we will do our soul retrieval, sovereignty I am, Soul Star Chakra activation. Alright, welcome back everybody. We have a quartz crystal pendulum right here. And if you'd like to be open, feel free to connect and receive the quartz healing energy. There is Reiki energy being intentionally focused with it. And Spirit is guiding it to rotate right now As you can probably see, I'm not moving my arm at all. Just to give you guys a little visual. Alright, so now connecting with this quartz pendulum, I invite us to visualize this quartz as it's moving, is moving around our crown chakra at the top of our head. It's going pretty wild right now. And as it's moving, it's streaking a light. It's cleansing and it's purifying the crown chakra. Mentally connect with the crown chakra and this quartz as it's spinning right now, rotating the crown chakra. And our crown chakra is being opened and activated so we may connect and streamline with our soul star. So as we begin, let's check in with our body and ourself. And if we're sitting, let's sit properly. Straighten our back. Use a pillow or any support we need. If we're laying down, let's have our legs straight, not crossed or not blocking the energy out of the soles of our feet. And then let's tap in with our shoulders. Make sure that we're relaxing our shoulders. Relaxing the arms. And then checking in with the jaw and the teeth, making sure we're not clenching our teeth. And then in our hands, making sure we're not balling our fist and that we are letting them be free. And just make sure we're relaxing the body, becoming soft and open. And let's focus on our breath, breathing in through the nose, dropping it down to the earth, and then breathing out of the mouth. Patiently at your own rate. There's no right or wrong to how fast or how slow. Continue to focus on this breath pattern. Continue to breathe. You may close your eyes, go within. So as you breathe, direct your focus up above the crown to the soul star. And I am now using this selenite to help cleanse and pull out any blockages. Receive and connect if you wish. Continue to breathe with the process, knowing that it's supporting the release as well as the receiving of light. If you have a selenite, you may do the same as well. Just pulling out the energy. Guess not. So as we sit or lay and connect, feeling this energy center above our head, starting to streamline and connect to the crown at the top of the head. I'm going to share some light language to help activate the Soul Star. Miyano gayara ya no ara miyana o aya miyara o kuaya o aya na o ama kuaya miyana o ama aya o aya mayam o aya o guara re o As you breathe, feeling the trickling, the streamlining of energy, codes, and information streaming down from the Soul Star Chakra into the crown and into the causal at the back of the head and down the rest of the being in the chakra system. This golden white light travels down the being all the way down the body, through the arms, the legs. It makes its way down into the earth until it grounds and anchors into the Earth Star Chakra. Now this golden and white light from our Soul Star is flowing and streamlining and interacting with our being from top to bottom, within and around, anchored into Mother Earth, grounding, stabilizing the being. Grounding in our higher purpose codes, our blueprints, our guidance and navigation, grounding in our intuition, grounding in our higher psychic abilities. These are all being supported and grounding in to our physical avatar and being to be more easily accessible by day, to be more clear and potent for what they are for us. Feeling the DNA starting to cleanse and replenish. Now, an affirmation for sovereignty, soul retrieval, and reclaiming. You may create your own affirmation as well for reclaiming your sovereignty and declaration of who you are. But mine goes like this. I come forth now as who I am. I am reclaiming my wholeness. I am reclaiming my sovereignty and divinity. I am choosing wholeness and to see balance within all. I am grateful for my lessons that I have acquired throughout this time and space of existence. But I now wish to integrate these lessons, integrate these patterns that have helped me become who I am now, as they no longer need to be lessons for me. They are able to now become my strength, my wisdom, and enlightenment of my being. I am clearing and cutting cords with toxic attachments that are causing dis-ease and disharmony throughout my being and all others, as I know that I am eternally connected to all, and I do not need to hold on to this attachment. I am remembering my accountability and responsibility of my sovereign space, of the being that I am occupying. I am calling back and claiming my energy from all time and space, where it is not being served in its most whole and balanced purpose. Thank you to all involved in these experiences, all these timelines. I am grateful to be able to experience and be in this existence, to be able to continue forward. I am allowing myself to listen, to tap in, and be one with my emotions, my mind, my body, and any of these lingering lessons that still need to be integrated and learned. I am allowing myself to listen to them. I am allowing myself to explore what kind of medicine or what could be working with me through these lessons and experiences that I still have attachments to, or that I still have parts of my being consumed by. I remember that we are souls and we have pre-recognition of a lot of these experiences before we come. And with that, I give grace and inner knowing that these are for a bigger picture and for the higher good, which we are all a part of. Nobody's excluded. I stand in this truth, I stand in my justice, and I allow justice to flow through and to be carried in balance and peace and harmony. I will be aware of where I focus my energy and the cords that I create. I will be aware of my reactions and triggers. I will be mindful of myself and others, thus helping create way for more dharma instead of karma for all involved. And I will know when to redirect my mind from other people's responsibilities or needing to be a caregiver. I will redirect my mind to myself and be present and accept and allow others to learn and be on their journey. I feel my purpose in me daily. I feel my purpose because I'm breathing and I'm alive. I am sovereign. I am free. My choices are always manifesting destiny. Nothing is finite. Nothing is set. Multidimensional probabilities in every moment from our choices vibrationally. Remember that. Nothing is set. We might think we're on a finite timeline or that one thing is bound to happen, but it's not the essence of what we're in and what we are. We have choices every moment on what to experience. And if we want to tell ourselves that we're finite, that there's only one way to things, then that's what we'll experience, because that is what we are choosing as a conscious God or goddess co-creator. So just remember what we're limiting our beliefs and our mind to, and what we can open up and expand and explore in the eternal, infinite flow. Alright, and with the breath, now beginning to make our way back, grounding into our physical body with the breath. And when you're ready, returning back to your physical body, opening your eyes, becoming present in your physical space. Take all the time you need to properly integrate, to ground back into your physical, so there's no rush. And tap in and see how you feel. How do you feel right now? Do you feel raw? Do you feel tender? Do you feel uplifted? Do you feel grounded? Do you feel maybe there's some alchemy taking place within you? Some transformation? If so, honor yourself for where you are and give yourself the space that you need. Utilize your tools, your practices if you need so. And if you have anything that's loosened up and that is now at the surface, take advantage of that and go into practice or utilize your tools on, cleansing and releasing this loosened up energy that may be there. And then integrate and fill yourself back up with, nutrition, nature, beautiful, passionate things that you love, fun, inner child play, dancing, music. Don't forget to fill yourself back up and give yourself beautiful support and love throughout this process of releasing and healing, as Cribs creates and gives you that feminine foundation on top of the masculine. Alright, everybody. So that does it for Rising with Ra today. Thank you all for tapping in and rising together. And I'll be back on Wednesday at 11:11 a.m. Eastern for the next episode of Rising with Ra, as we will explore the Universal Christ Chakra. And then on Friday, we will be doing the last of the 12 chakras, which will be the Higher Heart Chakra. Till then, I want to wish you all a beautiful, balanced, harmonious day. Thank you again for tapping in and supporting throughout the journey here on Rising with Ra. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you have any questions, or you'd like to be a guest here on Rising with Ra, you can just direct message me. And if you would like to be a part of the Sacred Light meditation coming up on November 4th, or the Crystal Healing 101 coming up on the 5th, direct message me, and we'll go through the motions, and you'll get that Zoom link so you can be in the space. Wholeness, balanced love.